Welcome to Sorare Assist, assisting you in your Sorare journey. Today I'm going to be highlighting some South Korean K1 budget options. With the season just around the corner, make sure you stick around to grab yourself some bargains. Before all that, if you just discovered the channel, then welcome. If you're a returning visitor, it's good to see you again. On this channel you will find all the Sorare content that your brain can handle, and managers of all experience levels will find this content useful. So make sure you subscribe by smashing that subscribe button and tap that notification bell to be alerted about any new videos. If you found this video useful, then please give me the thumbs up by clicking that like button and share this video amongst friends. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and Reddit, and for more free Sorare content please check out sorareassist.com. Also become a patron of Sorare Assist for budget play scouting and grab yourself a free Ultimate Guide to Sorare ebook. Links to all this good stuff are in the description. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up using the link below to get a free limited card. If you have any thoughts or questions about this video, then drop them below and I'll respond to any relevant comments. Right, now that's done, let's get stuck into today's content. So as I say, this is part 2 of the South Korean K-League 1 budget player options. Part 1 was a few days ago, so check back on the channel if you want to check out the players highlighted in that video. Today I'm going to carry on with a couple more midfielders and then moving on to the forwards. So the first midfielder I've gone for is Chang Min Lee of Jeju United, 28-year-old midfielder. Last season he had a fantastic season for Jeju, started 38 games, played in 8 Team of the Weeks for Jeju and played an average of 89 minutes per game. He also scored 4 goals and chipped in with 2 assists. He also averaged a fantastic 2.7 shots per game. Most of these though were long range efforts. He did also take corners as well for Jeju United last season, which obviously helped his chance creation and assist count. He created 5 big chances last season and averaged 1.9 key passes per game. He also had a fantastic high number of accurate passes per game at 52 accurate passes per game and 82% accuracy. Not only that, it chipped in with interceptions and tackles as well, with 2.1 interceptions per game and 1.3 tackles per game. This guy looks the all-round package to me and looks like a fantastic option. In terms of his price on Sorare, you're looking at around £99 for his limited and £433 for his rare. But for a player who's going to get you these type of scores, not many scores below 50 here, I think these prices do still look in the budget range. Next up is Yoon Byeong Gup of Jeju United, 31-year-old midfielder, recently transferred to Jeju United from Ulsan Hyundai. This guy can play in the central midfield, but is also a very attacking player as well. If we look at last season in the K-League 1, he started 25 of the games for Ulsan Hyundai. He played in 8 Team of the Weeks. He also scored 3 goals and chipped in with 5 assists. He also averaged 1.6 shots per game as well and created a fantastic 12 big chances last season for Ulsan. He also averaged 1.9 key passes per game and 41 accurate passes per game with 89% accuracy. This guy is a very attacking player and is one that I've personally got in my collection. So looking at his scores on Sorare, as you can see, some fantastic scores here from a fantastic player. I expect him to be a first choice starter for Jeju United, now he has transferred to them. And looking at his price, you can get his limited card for around £20 and his rare card for around £306, which again does look to me in the budget range, especially now he's transferred to Jeju United, where he's probably going to be a consistent starter for them. Another midfield that I like is Marilla of Suwon FC, 27-year-old Brazilian, very attacking player this guy, as highlighted by his heat map, generally playing on the left side of the midfield or front three. He also takes the corners as well for Suwon FC. Last season started 23 games, appeared in 4 Team of the Weeks, scored 5 goals and also chipped in with a fantastic 10 assists. He also averaged 2.1 shots per game as well last season and created 16 big chances for his team. He's also averaging 1.9 key passes per game as well. So very good attacking player this guy, and he's only 27. In terms of his scores, as you can see, he's got some fantastic scores here, especially last season, which are most of these scores here. Some high numbers, including an 89 there, some 60s, 70s. A very, very consistent player. In terms of his price, you can get his limited for around £21.39 and his rare for around £181. Next up is Jae Lee. Now Jae Lee is currently on loan to Gimcheon Sangmu, who's now in the K-League after getting promoted from the K-League 2. Now Gimcheon Sangmu, as part of the sports division of the Republic of the Korean Armed Forces. So this is the reason why Jae Lee has moved to Gimcheon Sangmu from Suwon FC. As you can see, is on loan, and this is to do with the military service that does happen in the South Korean nation. That's a subject for another video though, so if you do want to learn more about that, then feel free to search that on Google. So he has moved to Gimcheon Sangmu due to the military service until June 2023. These team has just been promoted, like I say, but I think Jae Lee is going to be a fantastic player for them. If we look at his last season's record, he started 21 games for Suwon FC, appeared in 4 Team of the Weeks, scored 5 goals and also chipped in with 7 assists. He's also averaging 2 shots per game and is also producing 1.8 key passes per game. Last season he also had a fantastic number of high passes per game at 44 with 86% accuracy. And his tackles per game also looks good at 1.3 tackles per game, and is winning 50% of his total duels. Does look a very solid option, this guy, even though he has moved to the newly promoted team. So looking at his scores, we can see some very good scores here from last season. Some very high numbers as well. He's capable of getting those high numbers, which is obviously going to get you amongst the prizes. So this guy is a very solid option. And his limited card is going for around £52 and his rare for around £369. The next player I've gone for is Sangho Na, 25-year-old striker of FC Seoul. Can also play midfield as well, and he generally does actually play on the left wing as highlighted by his heat map here. So he started 29 games last season, appeared in 4 Team of the Weeks, he scored 9 goals and also had 6 assists. He's averaging 1.9 shots per game as well, and 1.2 key passes per game. So the goals and assist ratio looks fantastic for this player, and again he's only 25. Looking at his scores on Sorare, you can see he's got some very good scores, some high numbers as well, which is going to get you amongst the prizes. In terms of his price, you're looking at around £30 for his limited card and £353 for his rare. Something to note here, even though he is a forward on SofaScore, he is categorised as a midfielder on Sorare data. But that's not a bad thing, he is still capable of getting some very high scores. Moving on to the forwards then, and the first player I've gone for is Stephan Maguzer of Ichian United. 29-year-old forward, is also an international as well for Montenegro, current international. Last season he started 17 games, appeared in 3 Team of the Weeks, and he also scored 9 goals in those 20 appearances. He's averaging 2.5 shots per game and 1.3 of those on target per game. So that looks fantastic to me, and a 9 goals out of 17-20 matches is fantastic, which looks fantastic goal ratio to me. In terms of his scores on Sorare then, he's got some fantastic scores as you can see here. There is a period where he was out injured here as you can see. This was an injury though, it's not due to lack of form or anything like that. And he is actually one of the highest paid players at Ichian United, so he is a very important player for them, and he also has a fairly long contract as well with Ichian United. So you can get his limited for around £17 and his rare for around £366. Okay, the last player in this week's video then, to finish off this K-League 1 budget scouting series, is Lukasveldwick of Suwon FC. 30-year-old forward. Last season he started 30 games, he scored 18 goals and also had 3 assists. He's averaging 3.3 shots per game and 1.4 shots on target per game. This is very, very good shot ratio. And as you can see, he's scored a fantastic 18 goals last season. Now this guy is all about goals, no real all-round play, but he's going to get you plenty of goals with 3.3 shots per game, and that was highlighted as well by his 18 goals last season. In terms of his scores, as you can see last season, he had some fantastic performances for Suwon FC and some very high scores as well, highlighted by the number of goals. Limited card is going for around 164 and his rare is going for around 841. As you can see, this is probably slightly outside the budget range, but I think it was one that was worth highlighting just due to the number of goals that he did score last season, and I do expect him to crack on this season, especially when he's in the same team as Marilla, who's also been highlighted in this series. So that could be a potential Suwon FC attacking stack there. Veldwick and also Marilla as well. Marilla you can get at a very cheap price. So although you're spending a little bit more on Veldwick, you can obviously get these two for around £500 each on average. That's on the rare category. So yeah, that is all the selections for this week. I hope you did find these useful. If you want more budget scouting like this on a weekly basis and more in-depth scout reports as well on the players selected, then please join my Patreon. Links are in the description below, and there's also links on my Twitter page. So if you have any thoughts on today's video, then drop them in the comment section below. If you like this video, then please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and ping the notification bell. Join the Patreon and don't forget to pick up your free Ultimate Guide to Sorare. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and Reddit, and for more free Sorare content, please check out SorareAssist.com. Links in the description. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up using the link below to get a free limited card. Okay, thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon.